I'm Michael Ortiz. I'm the founder and CEO of JoJo Tea in Miami, Florida. We are the best tea company in the history of the world. It's a big deal. We were founded in 2011. We sell tea to about 300 restaurants and coffee shops and hotels and bakeries and cruise liners. And I was foolishly lucky and won the first ever American Tea Masters Cup in 2019. Today, we're going to taste a few flavored and sweetened, bottled, ready-to-drink iced teas. And we're going to rank them to see which one tastes the best, judged by a person who fancies himself a tea master. Wow. Okay. This is by far the most aromatic. This one, they were kind of heavy on the syrups, you know. This one has that kind of like, that artificial finish of like those little strawberry candies that your grandmother had, but that nobody sells, that are in the strawberry wrapper, that are designed like a strawberry, you know. The way that those taste after you swallow them, that kind of like fruit syrupy quality, is what I'm getting off of here. And it's like literally exactly what it tastes like too. It's like super kind of strong, sugary, fruit forward, artificial, syrupy, and yet nostalgic, kind of like reminds me of childhood. Not quite refreshing, like not the kind of thing that I would want to like sit by the pool and drink, but something that like a few sips are kind of pleasurable. It does have a kind of like heavy finish that I could see it becoming nauseating after like more than, 8 or 10 ounces. This one smells like green tea. Whoa, it's weird. It tastes like this has like a plantain quality. You can tell like that the dude tasting these teas is from Miami. He's like, oh, it's tamarind, guava, plantain. Like I say plantain because plantain is like savory and sweet at the same time, and it has a body, you know. I get some kind of savory quality out of this tea that give it some nice texture, but then there's a little bit of a light sweetness to it. This one is more complex, more nuanced, and yet balanced. It's easy to drink. This is pretty good. Because it's interesting. Like the first kind of feedback that I get is that, oh, that kind of tastes like savory. But then when I dive deeper into the savory, I get a bunch of different notes. So it's this is an interesting tea. This one tastes like a classic sweet tea, like black tea, sugar. I'm sure it has a little bit of citric acid or ascorbic acid just as a preservative, but this tastes like, Louisiana style sweet tea. Both of these are pretty, like this one has that interesting nostalgic quality, but I would have to, like off the bat, I'd have to say that this is third, and the winner is somewhere between here. The reason that I kind of make all those silly bubbles is because we have taste buds that go from the tip of the tongue all the way to the back and all along the sides, right? So if you pull the tea into your mouth at the front like this, kind of like, I'll exaggerate it, like this, that causes the tea to spray onto your tongue, and that releases a lot more aroma. And then further after you do that, if you kind of like pull the tea along the top and the sides of your tongue with bubbles, it looks like this. So you pull the tea, blah, 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 and it goes all the way from the front of your mouth along the tongue to the back of the tongue and down. Every time that one of those bubbles pops, it releases aromatics. So after you swallow, then the aromatics come back up with your next exhale. And that's what kind of completes the flavor profile of the tea. You don't finish tasting tea when you swallow. You finish tasting tea several breaths after you swallow. Aerating the tea as you drink it is going to maximize the like aromatic output of the tea. Which one is my favorite out of these two? I think is more of like a matter of mood than a matter of like an ultimate judgment, I think that like right now I'm drinking this on late summer late morning, early afternoon. It's about 11:45, 11:50 a.m., something like that. And this has a really nicer, more refreshing quality. This one, if it were like later at night, or if it were later in the year and closer to winter, really, because we don't have an autumn in Miami, I could see how this one would be very satisfying and kind of like has a more kind of cozy feeling. But for today, I would pick this one. It feels a lot more like kind of refreshing and enlivening. So number 1, number 2, and number 3, and a close number 2 and number 3. Oh, so I'm supposed to like react. Oh, whoa. So we said number 1 was this one. Let's put them in order. Number 2, yeah. So Georgia peach. Like I often feel like peach flavoring has this like fundamental cough syrup kind of quality. And I think that this one has like the feeling that I get from it is not as like sharp and unpleasant as cough syrup. But the fact that it's a little bit rounder doesn't kind of get it up to the level of these guys. This one here is a beautiful expression of what just like a sweet black tea tastes like. You know, it's obviously never going to be as crisp as if it was freshly brewed, but this is a good example, a good kind of like a standard for what sweet tea should taste like. This is weird because it says black tea with a hint of Sicilian lemon and honeysuckle, but it doesn't taste like black tea. It tastes much more thin. You can see obviously the difference in the color speaks for itself, right? So this is a strange product, and it might be some kind of weird anomaly that causes it to have that flavor profile and color. But whatever, I'll take it. It tastes nice and it's a refreshing tea product. So I would say number 1 was Pure Leaf's black tea with a hint of Sicilian lemon and honeysuckle with other natural flavors. Who knows? Number 2 is Golden Peak's sweet tea with real sugar. And number 3 is Golden Peak's Georgia peach. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers.